Hi, I'm Ellis from Nathaniel Cars, and we're proud to be sponsoring Penybont FC as they get geared up for European football this season. Before their journey to Europe starts, however, we're getting a few members from the club behind the wheel of the all-electric MG4 to tell us a little bit about how they got there. So, Rhys, we've just picked you up from work in Preseason. We're heading to the Brewery Field in BRIDGEND. Cool. Looking forward to European football coming to BRIDGEND. You must be over the moon.
Yeah, over the moon that we achieved a goal, a long-term goal. I've certainly felt long-term. It's great that it's going to be in BRIDGEND as well. That was really important to the club and to me as an individual, that the people of BRIDGEND were able to watch their club in their town competing in the European competition for the first time.
Obviously, you had the friendly against Haverfordwest recently, 1-0. So, what was that experience like? A little bit of a taster, I guess, of what is to come. How was that?
Yeah, well, behind the scenes there was we wanted to sort of go through the logistics of putting on a game there. So it was a good trial run, if you like, obviously a lot more low-key. In a football sense, it was good for the players to get used to the environment and particularly the pitch. Most people know that we play on 3G and this is a grass pitch. So to see that in real time yesterday in a game and actually hold up, and it was actually pretty good, was really pleasing. So credit to the ground staff, but that was really important for us to get a taste of the pitch. Yeah.
Brilliant, yeah. So obviously looking forward to the game in Europe, but I wanted to talk a little bit more and find out a little bit more about your own journey to Penybont. So how did the move initially come about?
Well, I'd had 3 frustrating years playing. Injury, like niggly injuries quite regularly, but also some difficult moments with previous clubs. So I felt like the time was right for me to move into management. I've been doing my coaching badges for a reason, and I felt like my better playing days were behind me. There were 2 clubs in the league below which I felt had the potential to go into the Welsh Prem or the Cymru Premier, and Penybont was one of them. So I mentioned them by name. Within a week I was the new manager. So I think a lot of clubs in the league below the Cymru Prem talk a good game about going up, but Penybont always felt to me like they really meant it. And in our journey in the league below, trying to gain promotion, which took 3 seasons, a lot of people would often say, they won't go up, they're saying it, but they won't actually happen. But obviously we proved them wrong.
Brilliant. So you mentioned your career in the Cymru Premier. Obviously, absolutely ridiculous goal-scoring record at Llanelli back in the day, and you're no stranger yourself to European football. It's got a hat-trick, I think, in the Intertoto Cup.
Yeah, people don't talk about that enough.
No.
I'm glad you brought that up.
Well, that's all right. That's why I'm here. We do our research.
Yeah.
But I guess it's a totally different kettle of fish for you approaching Europe as a manager. So what are you looking forward to? What are you maybe sort of expected to be different, expected to be the same? How can you bring that sort of experience, do you think, from your playing days as a manager?
Things have progressed now. We've got a lot more information on the teams we're playing. I've never ever analysed footage of a team I've played against until this time. But we'll adapt now to the team we're playing, only subtly, but enough that hopefully it makes a difference.
And so you've been doing that research. So what sort of game are you expecting on Thursday night?
There are certain areas I think we can exploit, but I'm certainly aware that they're a good footballing side, technically sound, and the players are technically on a good level.
What do you make of the fully electric MG4? What do you make of it so far?
Well, the HS I've got is a great car, and this almost feels very similar. It feels better because it's newer, but the reason I say it feels similar is because I didn't realise it was 100% electric. It feels like a normal car. I'm not sure I've ever driven a full electric before. So I was expecting it to feel slightly different, to react differently, or to certainly sound differently, but it doesn't really. It just feels like a top-end sort of petrol car. And I'm sure that Wayne, if we get through, Wayne at Nathaniel's will give me one of these.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. So have you found that you've had to, I know we haven't been driving long, have you had to adapt to your driving style or anything yet?
Not at all, not at all. I suppose that's what I was trying to get at, really. That I feel like I've just jumped in a new HS. albeit with maybe some newer spec and a slightly smoother ride being that it's brand new, etc. But yeah, there's no adapting to my driving style at all.
Obviously you'll be flying into Barcelona and then getting a bus to Andorra. But if you had to take an electric car road trip from here to Santa Coloma into Andorra, you can take 2 members, either players or club staff, with you. Who's coming with you on the road trip and why?
I would go for Martin Giles and Lee Jarman. We spend a lot of time on the road together. They're both hilarious and they're like a tag team together, although they never pick on me. I suppose more than anything because no player would want me in the car with them. I've learned some harsh lessons on nights out where you end up isolated with the players and they're looking at you like, what is he doing here? and I'm looking at them thinking they don't want me here. So yeah, I wouldn't want to be with any of the players, that's for certain. So I go with Martin Giles and Lee Jarman, the tag team.
We have got one last little surprise in store. What we haven't told you is we've been measuring your driving efficiency. So your final score is 3.9 miles per kilowatt hour. So as it stands, Kane has done 3.7. So you're beating Kane.
Odds.
So yeah, we'll have to see what the final scores are from all the team. But as it stands, you are in the lead.
Okay, cool. We'll take that. Let's end it now. Let's end the competition now. So we pulling up?
Yeah, we'll pull up. I think there's a little charge on the side.
Yeah, there is, that's right.
Yeah. As we pull in. There we go, Rhys Griffiths, thank you very much for your time.
Nice one.
Appreciate it.